We're starting off with a big shout out to our early sponsors who are helping make sure Wake Awards happen. Centurion Boats, Fusion Audio, Supra Boats, Ronix Wakeboards, and Surf Expo. And now, on with the show.
What's up, everybody? I'm Garrett Cortez, editorial director of Wakeboarding magazine. I'm stoked to be here with you all at the virtual Surf Expo Connect this year. It's been a crazy year, but I'm really excited to be joined with my good friend Dano the Mano.
Oh yeah, what's up, Garrett? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Virtual Surf Expo 2020. I'm super stoked and excited to be here, and we've got a lot of really exciting stuff to talk about, which is pretty great considering 2020. Am I right?
2020's been weird, man. It's been weird, but we've been lucky enough to still have some really cool stuff go down. We had the Pro Tour just finished up. They were able to turn that into a virtual Pro Tour, finished it with a live event. They also brought back Parks' Double or Nothing, which is an awesome double up contest, has a huge history in our sport. Really cool to watch those guys throw down and push the limits. So there's been some cool stuff. We've got some really cool stuff going on with Wakeboarding Mag. We've got space tapes. They've got 74 teams that have entered this video-only contest. They're all out filming right now. It's one of the biggest contests ever put together in the sport. It's gonna be really cool to see what all these teams put together for everybody in the world to watch. Right now at wakeboardingmag.com, you can go watch Liquid Lockdown. Dave Averillo, AKA Dave AV, the drone wizard himself who gets all the cool angles. He put together one of the coolest wake park contests we've seen in a while. He took what used to be Plastic Playground, had to get canceled because of COVID, but he got together an awesome group of some of the best park riders in the world and created Liquid Lockdown. He filmed all their passes, put it all together in a video package, had some of the best riders in the world that couldn't attend, like Graham Burris, Gunther Oka, Tom Fouché. They judged it. They're gonna pick their winner. Right now you can log on, go vote for your fan favorite, see if you picked who wins, and we're gonna announce those results in a couple weeks. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
And speaking of fan favorites, GC, I'm super pumped because back for 2020, we've got the Readers Poll.
It's one of the longest running franchises for Wakeboarding magazine. We're letting the fans vote once again for their favorite riders, favorite brands, favorite cable parks, new category for this year. So right now there's a nomination process. You can log on to wakeboardingmag.com and go nominate all of your favorites, and we'll be announcing the results with Wake Awards, which is also back for 2020, my friend.
That's right, Garrett. I'm so excited for Wake Awards to be back. This is going to be my 10th year as a part of the entire show as MC and host. And what, are we going on nearly 20 years at this point?
17, Dano. 17 years of Wake Awards. Pretty nuts when you think about it. And I'm really excited about it for this year, but I'm a little nervous that I'm not sure we're going to be able to match our gold jackets from last year.
Yeah, well, you know, GC, I think I have a little idea and something that we can do about that. How about we try this? Now this is what I'm talking about, GC.
I was thinking more platinum jackets, Dano, but I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. And with that, let's get into our 2020 Wake Awards announcements. Right here, right now, at Surf Expo Virtual Connect, we're going to announce the finalists for each of the Wake Awards categories.
That's right, GC. I'm super excited and back again this year. We're going to kick it off with the Checkout Award. And our first nominee is none other than Space Mob's very own Cross Bearden. Cross been making his way up through the ranks over the past couple of seasons.
He's been killing it. Super fun to watch. Next up is Finn Bullock, one of the most versatile young riders out there, Dano. He's made a name for himself in both the park and the boat scene. The kid's skills are pretty incredible for it being so young.
Another one you want to watch out for is all the way from France. I can only be talking about Loic Deschaux. This kid's been crushing it in the wake park, and trust me when I say you're going to be seeing a lot more of him.
And he's only 15, man. Pretty incredible. Next up, Gavin Stuckey, the younger of the Stuckey bros. This kid is so rad, and he's already making a name for himself in the sport. It's really incredible to watch what he's doing in the park.
Well, you say the Stuckey name, but you can't forget about his older brother, Trent. Terrence Stuckey has been doing a great job as well. Some of the most progressive tricks we've ever seen, especially from a guy his age.
Yeah, pretty awesome. And finally, the youngest in this group, Kane Ward. I think the kid's only like 9. He's already been blowing up on social media. He's already landing tricks that a lot of people who are much, much older than him can't land. It's really fun to watch. He's got a passion for the sport at such a young age, and it's really rad to see him honored with a Checkout Award finalist nomination.
That's right. Well, looking forward to seeing who comes out on top for the Checkout Award, and tradition holds it, first award of the Wake Awards.
Next up, we've got the Best Female Rider Award. This honors, obviously, the lady shredders out there who've been pushing the sport harder than anybody else, landing new tricks, winning contests, putting out killer video clips. And first up, we've got, I don't even really know how to say her name, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna try. I don't even know if she says it that much. She goes by Lisa Blue on Instagram, and she is from Russia with style. She kills it in the park game. You can watch all of her clips and just see how much she's been pushing the sport. It's pretty awesome.
Well, you can't talk about Best Female Rider without bringing up, well, the reigning queen of Wake, the 6-time Best Female Rider Wake Award winner. I'm talking about main event Megan Ethel, absolutely on another tear this season, on a tear every season.
It's pretty incredible what Megan's done over the past 6 years and throughout all of her career. Next up is Sina Fuchs. She's the leader of the Copycats Club. If you haven't seen them on social media, you need to check them out. Sina not only rips, but her group really promotes women's wakeboarding and highlights all the cool stuff that they've got going on in their realm. It's awesome to watch.
How about Australian Beck Gaines, GC? She's a past Wake Awards Trick of the Year Award winner. She's a past world champion, and whenever she's on the water, she's a threat to anyone in her heat.
Next up, Anna Nickstad, who's really been leading the charge for women's park riding with really cool style, and she charges harder than anybody else. Got a style that's all her own. Awesome to watch.
Absolutely, and last but not least, how about Julia Rick? Is there even a wake park event that this girl has not won? An absolute machine on the water, and she's just a pretty cool chick as well.
Yep, can't complain about that, Dano. Congrats to the lady nominees, the finalists for Best Female Rider. It's still raining, Dano. I don't care. Up next, we've got Best Park Rail Rider. This award goes out to the riders that really push it in both the wake park side of things and out in the streets with a winch. These guys are awesome. They shred harder than anybody, landing new tricks, putting out insane clips, winning some contests that are out there these days, and the list is pretty awesome. We start off with, like at the Checkout Award, Cross Bearden. This kid kills it, rides with a style that's all his own, and for such a young age, he's got the attention of every other wake park rider in the world.
Well, Graham Burris, what a return to pro wakeboarding it's been for Graham, who took home Best Web Video and Best Web Series at last year's Wake Awards GC, and of course, we'll never forget that. Graham charges harder than anybody else, and well, he makes the most insane stuff look way too easy.
Really pumped for Graham, really pumped to see him on this list. Next up, out of Brazil, it's Pedro Caldas. Pedro is also one of those guys that is just known for absolutely charging. Wherever he's riding, you know everybody else is watching because Pedro just throws down with an incredible style, and he's been out winning some contests. You can go see his run in the Liquid Lockdown right now. It's super impressive.
John Dreiling is next, and this is well deserved. John has risen to the top of the wake park world by always going full send every single time he's on the water.
Is there a clip of John you haven't liked watching? No, right? Next, Felix Giorgi. Felix is a madman. He's a wizard. He's a style master. He's made a name for himself for years at the top of the wake park game, and he just continued to do that in 2020. The most recent edit he did back in his homeland of Germany blew minds. I mean, the guy jumped through a tire. It was pretty incredible. Awesome to watch. Felix is always going to be on a list like this, and it's well deserved.
Well, and then we've got the defending champ himself, the multiple-time Wake Park World Champion, Gunther Oka, who's been pushing it all season long once again.
Props to these guys. Congrats for being nominated as finalists for Best Park Rail Rider.
From the park, we move over to the Best Boat Rider Award, and this award takes into consideration all aspects of boat riding, from contest results to landing new tricks to riding with style, unlike anybody else. And first up, we have Tyler Hyam, who won this award last year. Young Ty continues to push the boundaries of what's possible on a wakeboard and is known worldwide as one of the most stylish riders to watch.
Kid kills it. Can't deny that, Dano. Next up, none other than Gunther Oka. Gunther's boat riding has only gotten more creative in 2020. He's landed tricks that have never been done before. Just took the win at the Red Bull Double or Nothing with his wrapped toe backside 1080. Pretty nuts. Congrats, Gunther.
And now we have our favorite Italian, the pizza boy himself, Massimiliano Pifferetti. Massi mixes it up with tech tricks, with a unique style that has tons of fun to watch.
Definitely one of my favorite riders to watch, Dano. After that, we've got the Australian Nick Rappa. Nick, the defending Superboats PWT champ, isn't just one of the most consistent riders in the world, but he's always pushing himself to take his tricks to the next level.
Yup, and next up is another Australian name, Corey Tunison, event after event, putting together lines that leave people in disbelief this season. Countless 1080s and even that elusive wake-to-wake 1260.
It's raining harder and harder, Dano, but the show must go on. Last nominee for Best Boat Rider, none other than the Delta's own Josh Twelker. That name is synonymous with style because that kid's got it in spades. We love watching him ride. Congrats, Josh, and everybody else. New for this year, we've got the Best Content Creator Award. We decided that with everybody on social media these days, creating all the content to keep all of us entertained, we got to reward the guys that do it best. They're making all the cool videos, whether they're full-time videographers or photographers, or they might even be riders out there creating their own stuff and putting it out for the rest of us.
These guys right here, they make the best stuff that we love to watch.
That's right, GC. And first up is Dave AV, Dave Avarillo. The drone wizard gets some of the coolest shots out there. And you know what? This guy deserves some recognition.
Correct. Next up, none other than Space Mob's own Wesley Mark Jacobson. Wesley's been known for years as just this style icon, and it showcases in both his writing and his videos. From full-length stuff to just quick little clips on social media, Wes comes at it with a style all his own and always keeps us entertained.
That is correct. And Trevor Maurer is next. And this guy has been the distinction of not only being one of the most stylish riders in the game today, but also he's one of the most accomplished filmmakers out there. His stuff is always a ton of fun to watch, and his stoke is infectious.
It is pretty infectious. Speaking of infectious, we've got to talk about the next guy, the legend himself, Sean Murray. The guy, he gets everybody. He makes everybody happy, right? And now he's been creating some of the most fun content to watch, whether it's for his YouTube channel or just some social media stuff. Murray's out there still doing his thing, still spreading the love for wakeboarding and putting it out there on video to keep us all enjoying it.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, how about JB O'Neill? He's got the quickest growing YouTube following in wake sports. He's interviewing and showing off and giving exposure to all of the best riders in the world, representing both under the cable and behind the boat. The dude, he's creative and he's just fun.
And actually, last but not least, is Stefan Vollert. Out of Germany, Stefan's been creating awesome photos and videos for the last few years. His Instagram feed is one of the coolest to look at. Go check it out. But it's awesome to see Stefan here nominated for Best Content Creator.
All right, GC, this is our last award to go through, and it's a big one. It's the Full Scope Award, and this award is presented to the best all-around in wakeboarding, taking into account the abilities on the boat, in the park, out in the streets with a winch. These riders do it all well.
That's right, Dano. And first up, I'm stoked to see the name on this list. It's John Dreiling. John's approach to 2020 has been awesome. He's gotten himself back out on the boat, your boat, and some other boats, showing that you don't need huge wakes or huge air to have really cool style and do really cool tricks. Plus, we all know he's the park shredder. He's nominated on that award as well. Congrats, John. Boom.
That's right. And another guy, no stranger to this classic style ski boat, is Mr. Tyler Hyam. And Tyler's unique style carries over no matter where he's riding or what he's getting pulled behind, and, well, pretty much no matter what he's on.
Following that up, one of Tyler's mentors, none other than Trevor Maurer. As we said, he not only makes epic videos, but he's one of the best board riders in the business, whether he's at the park, behind the boat, winching through the streets. We love watching Trevor ride.
Canadian Dylan Miller is next, and Dylan has made a name for himself by riding everything and making it look super smooth and fluid, even if it's in the dirtiest of winch spots.
That's true. And of course, You can't have this award without the 3-time winner. That's Gunther Oka himself. Quite simply, Gunther's been dominating the wake scene for the past few years, and seeing him on this list is no surprise because he just continues to push himself and the rest of the sport. Everybody watches what Gunther does, takes notes. This is well deserved on his part.
That's right, GC. And rounding it off, once again, we have Massey Pifferetti.
Pizza boy.
Massey's super cool style carries over from the boat to the park to the street, and his riding always stands out from the pack.
Congrats to all these guys for making the finalist list on the Full Scope Award for 2020 Wake Awards.
That was awesome, and what an amazing list of finalists we have for this year's Wake Awards, and congrats to all the riders and content creators.
This has been another awesome year, even with all the craziness of 2020. I can't wait to see how it all shakes out and who walks away with the hardware this year, Dano.
Me too, GC. Garrett, there's a month left before these finalists get voted on by our industry-wide panel to determine the winners, and I have a feeling we're going to see some really cool stuff between now and then.
No doubt about it, Dano. These guys, they've got, about a month to go out and throw down, separate themselves a little bit more from everybody else on the finalist list before these ballots get cashed in for real. And we will see you at the results show when we film some Wake Awards madness. Have some fun with it. Tune in then. Until then, thank you for joining us at the Surf Expo Connect virtual show. We're stoked to be here for Wakeboarding Magazine and Wake Awards. I'm Garrett Cortez.
I'm Dano the Mano.
We'll see you next time.